It all started with the concept of apostolic succession. Christian communities believed that the authority Christ gave the apostles didn't just vanish when the apostles died. Instead, it was their duty to pass it on. According to Catholic tradition, the apostle Peter eventually left Jerusalem and Antioch behind and chose to settle in Rome, then the heart of the empire. There he served as the city's bishop, leading the early Christian community during a time of uncertainty and tension under Roman rule. He remained in that role until his martyrdom, but his death was not the end. After Peter died, a man named Linus stepped forward. After Linus came Anacletus, then Pope Clement, and one by one, a line of successors took up Peter's mantle, stretching on through centuries in what Catholics call an unbroken chain of succession. Around the year 96 AD, Pope Clement wrote of how the apostles had chosen their earliest converts to become bishops and deacons, ensuring that the faith would not die with them. And when those bishops passed away, Clement explained that other approved men would be chosen to carry the torch. By the end of the 2nd century, this tradition had taken root. Looking to the capital from faraway Gaul, St. Irenaeus of Lyon declared that the Church of Rome had been founded by the two most glorious apostles, Peter and Paul. He called on all other churches to look to Rome, not just for its heritage, but for its preeminent authority. In the first 3 centuries, the bishops of Rome exercised spiritual leadership under periods of persecution, but a major turning point came with the conversion of Emperor Constantine. After Constantine won the Battle of Milvian Bridge in 312 AD, a victory he attributed to the Christian God, he embraced Christianity. The next year he issued the Edict of Milan, which legalized Christianity across the Roman Empire and more or less ended persecution. Constantine's patronage radically increased the church's fortunes. He returned confiscated church property and even funded grand basilicas. He donated the Lateran Palace to the Bishop of Rome and sponsored the building of the first St. Peter's Basilica over Peter's tomb in Rome. These imperial gifts and privileges gave the Roman Church an unprecedented level of public stature and material support, and even a degree of temporal power it had not held before. As the church emerged from the shadows, the Bishop of Rome, by now often called the Pope, from Papa or Father, stood at the apex of an increasingly organized ecclesiastical hierarchy. Under Constantine's influence, the church also began to define its doctrines and structure through ecumenical councils. In 325, the emperor convened the First Council of Nicaea, where bishops from around the empire gathered to condemn the Arian heresy and proclaim Christ's divinity. Although the Pope did not personally attend Nicaea, he sent delegates, and the council's decrees were issued in union with Pope Sylvester I. This set a precedent that major doctrinal decisions should be confirmed by Rome. Over the next 4 centuries, church councils would repeatedly seek papal approval, reinforcing the idea of the Pope's ultimate teaching authority, what later ages would call papal primacy. By the end of the 4th century, the Bishop of Rome was widely acknowledged in the West as holding primacy, standing with the emperor as a key defender of orthodoxy and unity within the church.